get to know ya. Hey, nah, 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 nah. Delve into emotion, leave us in this moment.
Starting the day with some good music. I gotta admit, Epidemic Sounds has quite a few really good songs out there. How's everybody doing? You're ready to rock your guests' experience on your live show? We'll be talking all about simplifying your side of the things and really be ready to get all the information from your guests you need. Make sure to really prep them for your live show, but also make this whole thing a great experience for them and you, as well as being able to outsource it, make life easier. There is so much we're going to be talking about today. So pop in the comment section. First off, my standard question, what's your drink of choice today? But also, who has worked on the CLICKUP basics from last show? I know that Keely was, she worked through the basic CLICKUP training that I gave you in the last episode and sent me a list over. Apparently, it needs a good update. We are working on it. Keely really sent me a whole bunch of lists. She worked through all of the training that's in there and all of the videos. Yeah. So who else started working on their basics? Because if you want to implement this and if you want to use the template that you are going to get today, there's two things you're going to have to do. Number one, you're going to get the template through the email list. So when you're going to ecamm.club/fast forward, you're going to find the RSVP button right underneath my intro video that's there. That RSVP button gives you, first off, all of the calendar entries to make sure you're not missing any of the episodes, because we got a few more to come, as well as gets you on the email list. So Caleb gets you all of the templates and all of the stuff I promise you here, so you actually get those. So make sure you want to sign up right there. I have my first coffee done. I'm like, I need to hydrate before I'm going to the second coffee. I'm trying to be good. And with that today, this is your show. This is making your life easier as a live streamer, bringing on guests and really making life easy. With that, what do you think is your biggest pain point when live streaming? Where do you get stuck? What falls off the deep end? What doesn't get done? Where are you struggling with? So that I can give you potentially some tips, some tricks, adjust accordingly to make sure this is really solving all of your problems and not just here, do this. We really want to customize that to you. I think that's CLICKUP. Perfect in the comment section. There's the link. Just click on it. Right there it is. And we are going to dive right into everything. With that, let me pull up my screen share. So what are you getting today? Right there. Right there, somewhere up there. Or in the comment section. Is this template that I am sharing here with you. As you can see, we talked in the last episode, if you are new to the show and you haven't watched episode number 2, in episode number 2, I talked about the structure in here, how CLICKUP works and all the things. Again, you can recreate the same thing in Trello, in Asana. I prefer CLICKUP because it can grow with you and because there's just so many advantages that neither Asana nor Trello have, but that's a whole nother story. You will be getting this live show template. Am I not seeing my mouse? Are you guys seeing my mouse? Right there. Ah, there we go. Now you are seeing my mouse. You're getting this live show template. I swear, I have trolls today on my computer. My laptop is all crazy today. You are getting this live show space for CLICKUP. This is a complete space specifically for your live show. And in there you will find 2 folders. One is the folder Live Show Management, which is where we are going to deep dive in today, how this works, how the workflow works with all the template, you get the idea. And then the social media marketing folder will already be there too. We will be covering that in an upcoming episode when we talk about the whole marketing piece of your live show. Now, for today, diving into your actual live show management. This is the full-on production management of your live show. From the, hey, I want to work with that specific guest, I really want to bring them in, brainstorming it for you to never run out of ideas of potential guests and planning your shows, as well as dealing with people that publicly reach out to you and are like, hey, I want to be on your show, as well as your wish list item, reaching out to them, getting all of their information, then scheduling everything, getting all the assets done, and all the things. With that, screen share. There's my screen share. What happens in here as a general workflow, so that I'm not just throwing this template at you and trying to figure things out. The actual workflow that happens in here is from this wish list where you are collecting the speakers you would like to have on your show. This is also a perfect location to work with the VA and have them reach out, where you can be like, ooh, Instagram, that person looks interesting. Let's look them up. Let's research them. Is that somebody? Is that not somebody I want to have on the show? That all happens right in here. Public submissions is here for you to be able to take this form. We'll dive into the form here in just a second. Take this specific form and embed this on your website or wherever you want to, or link to it. Both are possible for people publicly to apply to your live show. Then in the vetted submissions, these are submissions based on your wish list, based on people that you want to work with. So there is a little bit of different workflow afterwards, because you don't have to, quote, prove that guest. You already know you want to have them on the show. You only have to prove what they've submitted. Then you have your actual scheduled episodes right in here with our task template for that. And then we have a repository and a collection of all of your speakers. As you can see, we don't have any past speakers, so it's empty right now. This is the overlaying workflow, how tasks, meaning episodes, go through your specific workflow right here in CLICKUP. And with that, I want to know, does this make sense? Is this confusing right now? Should I clarify something for you before we dive into the nitty-gritty? Let's give a little shout out, Catherine in the audience. Hey, hey. And by the way, those puppies are cute. Is it Christmas yet? Hey, Christmas Clatter. Great to have you. And as always, Mr. Camera Junkie is in the audience too. I am so happy all of you are here. Again, let me know if that general workflow, that big overview is making sense to you. And then we are diving into the nitty-gritty of how do we work with this? What's really happening? How, what, why, where? Let's make it happen. And make sure you are signed up on the list to get this whole template. You do not have to rebuild this in CLICKUP. You do not have to do this yourself. We have the template ready for you. And with that, I'll keep an eye if questions are coming up. And with my tag today, just pop in what you're drinking if you don't have a question. So I know my technology is actually doing what it's supposed to be doing today. Wish list. What's happening in here? This is, as the name says, your wish list. You might recognize a couple of names in here. What happens in here and what you are doing in here, this is already ready for you to work on it. It's fully set up. And what's happening in here is you literally just type in people you want on your show. Then you either way assign it to yourself or you assign it to your VA to be taken care of. Now with that, there is what's called a guest stage in here. In CLICKUP, technically, it is a custom drop-down field. If you're not knowing the difference yet between status versus stages, hop over to my YouTube channel, please, and watch that. There's a big thing that's happening. You always want to use stages. Stages are for where in the process is somebody. It's fairly easy to see in a CRM setting of when you look here, okay, we did contact Katie, so I emailed Katie and I'm waiting to hear back from her. That's pretty much it. I pitched Katie to come on my show. No, I didn't because I don't have guests right now, but you get where I'm going with this. Katie has been contacted. We are waiting to hear back. Cool. Awesome. The moment Katie comes to me and emails me back and says, hey, Yvi, love it. I want to be on your show, but I don't have time for this right now. She would move into the follow-up later. That way I know, yes, it's a go, it's a potential go, but I need to follow up with her. Cool. If Katie says, yep, I'm all good, perfect, fine. I send her the form link that you will see here in just a second how to do that. And she would move into info requested. Once I get all the information back, it gets marked as info received. And might just not be a fit. Maybe Sarah Blakely just tells me, oh no, you're not big enough, Yvi, your live show. Nope, I can't. And they move into no-go. And the moment the show is actually done and published and out there, we move it into repository to be like, sweet, everything is done. Let's just move this into the speaker list. You know? All makes sense? Everybody following? I know there is a lot of stuff happening today in this show. Ooh, ooh. It's coming. Caleb is going to get the email to you. Now from the wish list, Katie said, yep, I'm on the show. I'm going to come. Cool. Awesome. What I'm doing at that point is I sent her a link, or if I have it somewhere embedded, you can do that too, right here in this form view. So let's dive in what's in this form view, what you're going to be finding in here. Again, template is done for you. You can adjust however you would like. In this guest submission form, again, this is the vetted submissions, meaning this is for guests that you know you want on the show. You do not have to research them. You know who they are. You know they are going to be a great guest. Short little intro of, hey there, thank you for agreeing to be guest on my live show. Please submit your information below for us to be able to get your episode the exposure it deserves. And yes, I do ask for a mailing address simply because I like to send goodies when you least expect it. That is a nice way of easily asking your guests for the address, justify why you are asking for a mailing address without saying, I want to send you something. So have a little fun with that. As well as the privacy concerns. Again, we are not sharing this with anybody else. This is just for our show. We have the first name in here. We have the last name in here. We have the email address, the company name, company title, as well as role, website. And this right here is really, really important if you are inviting guests that are associated with other companies. So for example, inviting Katie. Katie is associated with ECAMM. There's no question about it. So is Caleb, so is Doc Rock. If I invite any of those, it is really important to me to let my audience know they have an association. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you are actually using affiliate links, if you are bringing on an influencer from a specific company. Nobody really cares, but I want this out there. I want this up front. I don't want to hide this, which is why I'm asking this. You can even add another custom field in here that asks for, okay, what is your specific association? So rather than saying company title and role, you could say what's your association with them, so they can actually type in influencer. But it's just a wordplay. You can do the same thing. What's your website? Headshot, making sure we are giving them the dimensions too. That way you can ensure you are getting an image that is high enough resolution to be able to be used for your social media posts. A lot of speakers have already talks ready to go. They are scripted, they are ready to go, they are frameworked, they are simply getting adjusted to you, your audience, and your show. With that, give them a chance of just, okay, what do you want to talk about? What's the proposed show title? Doesn't mean you have to use it, but a lot of speakers already have this done and ready for you to go. So why go the extra mile and redo all of that? No, let them do the work. Description right in here, I also say 3 questions I should ask you. Meaning, again, where would you as a guest like to take this conversation so I can facilitate this conversation in a way that is to your advantage? If I am, as a host, making my guests shine and asking the right questions, and they look amazing, my show is going to look amazing, other guests want to come on. Other people might want to hire me to be a host for other shows. Look what Stephanie Lu did. She knows how to make any and every guest shine. And now she's everywhere. Yeah, you see what's happening behind the scenes, the mindset behind this, the approach behind it. If you support other people, they are going to support you. Asking for the speaker bio so you don't have to go dig. Any freebies or deals or offers you would like, your guest would like to share on this show, ask them right in here. Make it easy. And apparently something got a little wonky in this form because now is the question, this association should be higher up. With that, let me show you how to do that. If we switch from viewing to editing right in here, what I can do is, are you associated? Yes, I am. And we literally just drag and drop that up here. That way, all of this is together, because usually when somebody is associated with the tool, they often are already connected to the company too, that kind of thing. But this is how easy it is to really move things around in this form and edit forms. On the technical sense, Caleb will have the link to this to dive deeper into form setup and the technical behind the scenes. I do have a video on this that explains exactly how to set this up when you want to build a new form. Let's scroll back down. What else we have in there? Asking for the social media links, asking for the mailing address, and just giving them some room to add additional stuff in here. But there is one big thing right up here. Always ask your guests if there is a no-go. If there is any type of topic they don't want to talk about. For example, why I really make sure to have this in here. Some of you might know I lost my husband, it's been a few years ago now. And not everybody likes to talk about something like that. I don't have a problem talking about the subject because it has led me where I'm at. That's where my passion is coming from for really being efficient and not wasting time. So it's not a no-go for me. But chances are there is speakers out there, there is guests out there that you are inviting that have a no-go, that say, we are not talking about this, not happening, right? Give them a chance to tell you what that is. And that's pretty much it. And I saw, Catherine, you had a question. Let me dive into, yes. So Catherine asked, are the forms available to embed on a website? Correct. Let me show you how we do that. So right in here, in the edit view. So this viewing right here pretty much, come on, mouse, click. What just happened? There we go. There we go. Everything is locking up on me today, so it is what it is. The additional link to a video you're gonna get about how to set these up will have way more information, but I do want to cover this question. When we are in here, first off, you can choose which is applicable especially to the embed. You can do the light mode as well as the dark mode. So if you want to have a dark background, just switch it over to the dark mode. You can have some primary color, so like these buttons and that kind of stuff, that is determined by the primary color. You can add a recapture too. So specifically when you are embedding this form into a website, you want to make sure to turn on your capture too, so you don't get all of those crappy spam submissions, right? Yeah, that one. Now, right up here where there is copy link, and there's also the active and inactive. If you have it embedded on a website or if you shared a link and your live show isn't running right now, you don't want any additional submissions or whatever, you literally can just set it to deactivate. And right in here, we have the copy link. If you want this link to expire, cool. Sharing this link with search engines, meaning it's opening up for Google to actually find this. You can auto size your embed height. So that means if you embed this, the height will automatically adjust based on how long this form is. And then right down here, you got the embed code, and it really just copies it. You take that and you put that into, I'm guessing, WordPress as an embed right in there. It's going to give you the iframe code to embed it straight into your website. And yes, Catherine, you have two ways of doing this. You can do, again, this public link, and you just copy that link and share that link. You can share that link in an email, in just a Facebook message, whatever it is. Totally. No? But you also can just grab this. And this specifically is for the public submissions. This is what I would do with the public submissions. Public submissions is a little bit different because the workflow, once a submission from this form comes in, The workflow is a little bit different because we gonna have to research that speaker and check out who they are and what they are doing. So with that, copying this link, copying this code, embedding that into your website, and you are taken care of with public forms as well as vetted forms. Both possible, link, embed, all the things. Woo-woo! Abigail is in the house. Look at you, girl. Thank you for the super chat. I think that's probably on my channel. Thank you. Yes, reCAPTCHA. That was one of the big things where I was really excited once CLICKUP finally added it, because we all know how fast spam can happen within something like that. Yeah. Sweet. Cool. Catherine is taken care of. That all makes sense. Short recap. We talked about this whole workflow from the ideation stage of these are guests I want on my show. You can outsource that to your VA. Simply assign that person task to your VA. Keep track. Keep notes in the task itself of what's going on, when have you contacted them. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do in that CLICKUP description or in the comment section. So many things possible right in here. We then talked about public forms, meaning just plug it onto your website and be like, you want to be on my show? You can submit right here. As well as the vetted submissions, meaning these are people you want to work with. You already know they're amazing. You do not have to research them if they would be a good fit and a good guest on your show. Now the work starts. And with that, let's make sure I'm not losing my voice on top of things so you actually can hear me. Doo-doo-doo. We got Katie on the show. Katie said yes, she is coming. Katie submitted her information through the form. What now? Right? There's a multitude of things that are actually, before I screen share with you, there's a multitude of things that happens. You have somebody in your pipeline that wants to be guest right now, and this is how I chose to do it for myself based on past experiences to really keep things rolling and not get stuck because you're not getting information from your guest. The biggest pain point of running a live show with a guest is getting the information from your guest. Now, we have this figured out. This form is built around all the information you need from your guest so they cannot forget anything. It's not just an email we are sending out of, hey, I need this and I need that and I need that. This form literally has required fields to ensure you are getting the headshot, you are getting the bio, you are getting all the information you need. So we are safe on that point. Now, what we played with is, are we requesting the information first, or are we scheduling guests first? Right in here, I recommend, based off of past tests we've run, do not schedule your guest before you have the information. If you want to run a successful live show and promote it and everything, the most important thing is not when you are going live. The most important thing is having your guests' information. And often enough, people schedule with you and they do not send you the information till the day before the show. There is no way for you to promote the show, to really get the show out there, to do all the assets, all the marketing that we're going to be talking about here in an upcoming episode of the show, if you don't have it. So with this, our workflow is the speaker information first, and then we schedule them. Cool. Makes sense? I want to know, if we have people in the audience that are already running a live show with guests, that are here to polish up their live show, to really run their live show more efficiently. Have you had this issue in the past where you scheduled a speaker and they're just not sending their information, and you are like, come on, I'm trying to promote you here and I'm not getting anything? And this is a thing, life just happens. Life happens, people forget, it's getting pushed out because the show is a month out. It just happens. But I want to hear from you. What has your experience been running a live show with guests and getting guest information? Have you experienced the same thing where it's like, I need the information and I'm not getting it? Okay. Let's dive into the live show template. So, Katie said, yes, I'm going to be on. Katie sent over her information. I sent her a link at that point to schedule her slot in a live show. I literally use a scheduler. Just like you would schedule an appointment and a discovery call with me, I have a scheduler appointment that is literally just on that show date at the show time, and my guests can schedule themselves. They get a reminder automatically and all the things, so I don't have to worry about the scheduling piece of my guest. Now we are at the point of actually managing our guests and getting these tasks done before the live show, that we are prepped, that we can do all the marketing, the pre-marketing, the posts for social media, the images. Anybody that creates content knows how much it goes into every piece of content we create. We have all the information now, so let's do it. With this, you will be getting in this template, this live show template too. This is a specific task template that you literally can just duplicate and apply every single time. If you don't know how to apply templates, Caleb, I know you're watching. I'm pretty sure ECAMM Live, that's Caleb. Do me a favor and remind me to also give you the link for the YouTube video on how to apply templates. It's really simple. Once you have it saved as a template, it is right in here, and you can say browse templates and just apply it. Really no big deal, but we only have half an hour left and I want to get you through this workflow. So we'll get you additional resources for that. With this, we have, rather than this being live show template, this is now Katie. She submitted her information. We got all we need. Now, the first thing we need to do to really be ready for our guest, to be able to show up as a really good host and rock this, we need to actually prep and research. Talking about creating our assets, having all of this ready. What keyword are we talking about? What potential links are we using? Are we using some B-roll, additional audio, all the things? Cool. Then we also have the specific live show speaker prep. Yes, even if you have a guest that has been guest on the show that you think is amazing and knows all the things and knows exactly what's going on, do not assume. Do not assume. Always assume that they do not know. We don't want any crazy guest showing up not being prepared for it. For example, this show is set up. Bradley had perfect, see, right there. All of this is ready to go perfectly. Yet I spent this morning half an hour fixing tech issues, having to restart my laptop 5 times. Somehow my assets just disappeared, and my MacBook told me, ECAMM told me I can't find it, probably moved the files. These things happen. These things happen when we are running a live show. So with that, tech issues, there is nothing we can do about it. What we can do about and really prep for and make sure we have the least issues possible is prepping our speakers. If we prep our speaker to look their best and be their best, that means they look awesome, which means they make us look awesome as a host, which means they make our show better. So always prepare your guest and give them the full rundown, no matter how good a guest they are and how long they might have been in business. I'll show you the email and all of that here in a second. And yes, this whole last minute, and it's a common issue for everybody. It really is. Simply because we all are busy, we all have things to do, and it's like, we still got a week. Or maybe your speaker doesn't have their things ready. Little pro tip here, simply because it's fitting. Have a speaker page. I have specifically, so I don't have to, even, we all in the public eye. We are there as a host. We collaborate, like me, collaborating here with ECAMM. You should have a page on your website, and I don't remember the URL, so I'm not going to show you. You should have a page on your website that has all of your assets that you easily can send to people like ECAMM. If you're pitching ECAMM a live show, you should have all of the information ready to go and make it really easy for them to say yes. Meaning, have a web page ready that has all of your headshots, that maybe has some event shots, that maybe has some product images if you have specific products, that has your short, medium, and long bio, that has all of your social media links, everything ready to go, because you as a host will get invited as a guest sooner or later. And there's my pro tip for today. You as a host, even if you are not around in the speaker circle yet, you will be. With a good live show, people will reach out to you and want you as a guest. Have your speaker page ready. Ask CLICKUP. Being able to just send him a URL and be like, here's all of the approved images, here is my bio, here is my title, and he doesn't have to be on my butt. That link is sent within a minute. It doesn't even take 5 minutes. Be easily accessible. Went end? There you go. Additional pro tip on today. This is what you get for watching live. Fast catching up on comments, and then we'll dive back into the task at hand. So Business Growth Ready says, no guests. However, getting info from clients to finish off their website is like pulling teeth, so I feel the pain. Same kind of thing. I use this same kind of setup with forms to gather any kind of information. I'm doing the exact same thing over there. Yes. You know me. I love how we think alike. This template is exactly that. Everything you learn here, yes, it is specifically to running your live show, being the best host possible, getting your show out there, being found, and making it easy for you too, so you don't have to spend hours prepping for your live shows. You can cross-reference, you can reuse everything you are learning here and apply it to other parts of your business. We're not even in Mercury retrograde, but yeah, sometimes the tech daddies are just angry. Really need to plan ahead and have safety nets in place. Yes, and on the tech side, we got Doc for that. Speedify is running and all the things. With that, let's prep our guest. Because again, tech sometimes goes crazy. We can prep our guests to be their best self. With that, in this live show prep template, once you go into the subtask of live show speaker prep, you will be seeing my email. This is literally my email I use for my guests when I actually have guests on the show. And as you can see in here, again, template, you want to actually plug in the guest's name, excited to have you live on Tuesday. When is it happening? Which time is it happening? Then I personally, I do curse with that. I am letting them know, hey, I might drop an not doing it because we are streaming on ECAMM. I have my settings on YouTube set specifically that there is abbreviations, that I do use some coarse language. I am prepping my guests for that too, so they know. Right in here, wired headphones. You want a webcam, professional mic. I want to be able to hear you, to see you, and not have any feedback and make you look bad on my show. You even can elaborate on this and really speak to your guests' want of looking amazing on your show. Specific information. What do you want them to do? There is nothing worse of being invited and having everything scheduled, and then I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do? Where are we going with this? What's happening? Plug that in there. Your guest link right in here. Plug your ECAMM guest link right in here so that they can join you without a problem, that they don't have to search for the link or do all the things. When we talk about marketing, organizing your marketing assets, building all the social media stuff, we're also going to be talking about having a Google Drive folder for every single episode that contains your run-off show. Go grab Stephanie Lou's run-off show template. I'm pretty sure she mentioned that in the showrunner app, in one of the showrunner episodes. Pull all of that into that folder so you literally can just send that Google Drive folder to your guest speaker and say, here's social media copy, here is images for your social media, here's all the links, here's how you invite people. The easier you make it for your guest to share that they are being featured somewhere is by giving them the assets to be featured, where they're featured, how they're featured. You know what I mean. As well as the information of here's where to watch it live. I usually just stream on YouTube in itself. Done. Now you've gave your guest the best possibility to be there, show up awesome, and be awesome. We also have right in here, usually what we do is we attach in the specific episode task our run-off show document. So let me show you. On folder level, on folder level. On folder level, you will find, again, I hope you've watched the CLICKUP Basics Guide because I'm throwing a lot of technology at you right now with this CLICKUP thing. On folder level, you will have a document that says live show notes. This is how we handle show notes. You can publicly share this. Going into this specific show note and the speaker name, there is doc settings right over here and there is a share button. Now, if you are using, what pops in my head right now is if you're streaming to Facebook, Kelly Noble Mirabella has an amazing engagement bot on Facebook where she shares her show notes and all the things, and it's integrated. Amazing to market your live show if you are on Facebook. If not, even just sharing your live show notes on YouTube and pulling people back in is a great way of sharing affiliate links if you might not even be able or allowed to share affiliate links. With that, you have the possibility right in here to set this to public and again, copy this public link. Now, what does that do for you when you are on the show with a guest? Simply, you have your run-off show in here. Build your run-off show through Stephanie Lou's run-off show tool. Thing is amazing. Copy that information out of here. And this right here is your rundown. That's your run-off show. Nice with color behind it of, okay, pay attention, countdown coming. Right here, then the rundown of what are we talking about today. Give your guest and your audience a short little 10-second snippet of this is what to expect today. You might then have a bumper or not, go into the intro, go into the questions. When you are starting out a live show with a guest, you are in conversation, you are talking with them, you're making them shine. You might forget your sponsor or something, their CTA, anything they're wanting to give away, anything they are giving your audience. With a one-off show like this, you will not forget to shout that out, to say that, to actually advertise yourself and them. But also, here's the trick. This is where you plug in your guests' links to their website, to their Facebook, to their Instagram, whatever it is. Their offers in here, their deals, their signups, everything is going to be in here, including some of your own affiliate links, which, by the way, is first of all mentioned right in here because we want to stay legal, as well as right up there. Now, what happens when we grab this link to this document? First of all, having it embedded like this allows you to easily jump in there without losing sight of your guest. It allows you to promote your guest, share their links, share the freebies, but also allows you to add your affiliate links without risking to potentially multi-stream to a platform that doesn't allow affiliate links in their description. Look how easy. It's really this easy to run a live show with a guest. Caleb, I love you. Where's my mouse? My mouse is gone. Okay, this is hilarious. There's my mouse. Caleb linked it right on the ECAMM YouTube. That's the episode with the storyboarding and Stephanie Lou's run-off show. Hey, Sammy. Running a little late today. You gonna watch the replay? Because we've been all nerding out today. How is everybody feeling right now about all of this? Can handle it? You're excited? You're excited to put this to work and go rock your live show with your guests? Let me know. I want to hear. The nice thing about, jumping right back for a second, the nice thing also, and why we have structured it like this. So CLICKUP documents can be, quote, attached wherever you want to. How we are handling this internally is, first of all, on the live show management on the top is where this is documented. And what you do is you then just click those three dots and you say duplicate. You then change the date to whatever it's going to be. 21. What's happening here? Show date of your next show. And then Katie. And what that does is when we grab this puppy right here and we copy the link, you will be able to cross-promote your shows simply because it's a sub-page in a main page. Come on, interwebs, load faster. And your guests, as well as your audience, can easily jump in between multiple show notes to be able to see, oh, wait a second, Katie was on the show. What did she talk about? Do I want to see it? Is that interesting? Anything I should know? And link them back to the show to really cross-promote all of those shows simply and easily. You already have these documents. You are already having your notes ready for your live show. Make use of it. Just share them. Who cares? They are there to watch it, so share the information. Thanks, Kayla. I love my little fairy in the background. Yes. With that, Catherine, got work to do. Start slowly. We are even just touching the tip of the iceberg of what's possible in ClickUp. There's a whole bunch of automations possible where when somebody submits a form, you can send out an email and all kinds of things. We'll be talking about that in automation. What I want to make sure with all of you watching, I am throwing everything at you. The best way of speaker management, the best way of marketing, the best of automations. I want you to really focus on the first pain point that is giving you the most trouble on this. If the most trouble for you right now is getting your speaker information, use the form. Don't worry about the task management yet. Don't worry about anything else. Just use the form to get your speaker information into ClickUp and be able to just have all the information. If you're like, cool, awesome, that works fine, but I am always dropping the ball on marketing my show simply because the days are running by and suddenly there's my show date. Sweet. Then let's start with the task management. Get the template, use the template, assign due dates, outsource it to your VA like that. There's often things, personalities clash, timing goes crazy, whatever it is. Having this workflow ready to go with the time schedule and being able to assign these tasks shows, each task in here is one show. It will clarify and take out of certain assumptions and potential miscommunication that can happen, because if I assign a task to you and I set a due date, self-explanatory. There is no communication, no nothing that needs to be clarified. Thank you. Catherine, yes. Take it easy, take it slow. I don't remember if you've watched episode number 2. I shared a basic ClickUp training template in episode number 2 with you so that you really can get those basics of ClickUp down and make sense of everything that I'm showing you on how to use ClickUp to do all of this right now in here. I would love to just do it all and show you all the things, but we only have an hour, so I want to make sure you're understanding the workflow, the thinking behind it, and how to maneuver through this to deep dive into actual task management and custom fields and all of it. We always also send you additional information in the emails. And Caleb is right, even though I still don't know if it's actually Caleb. These templates really make it easier. We have the task template for you. We have the space template with everything. Everything you are seeing here, you are getting as a template. You don't have to build the forms. You don't have to come up with what are the tasks. We already have the basics ready for you. We'll start there. Starting a show in the beginning. Oh my God, I'm going back. When did I do my first live show? It's been years ago. That was even before my late husband got diagnosed with cancer. So it's been a while. It's been a while since I've done that. And looking back at some old shows, it is quite entertaining. And you're doing the thing. You are learning how to be better. All good. All good. Yes, sounds like Catherine has already been working on the training. And yes, it really is Caleb. With that, damn Caleb, what's episode number 4? I am completely... This is what happens on the live show if you forget to actually note down what episode number 4 is about, because we have so much going on. We have a full 8 episode series. We are taking care of everything. Episode number 4 is our marketing piece, meaning now we got the speaker set up. We have all the information for us to now finally take this and market this show. Marketing the show is your make or break it, because build it and they will come just doesn't happen. We need to get out there. We need to pre-market our show. We need to let people know what things are happening. And as you see in ECAMM, we had the Twitter posts. We have me on Instagram going on. There is marketing happening even for shows like this, where ECAMM has, I think, 8,000 followers on YouTube, and that's already doing things. You need to market your show. So in next week's episode, we are going to talk about marketing magic, and I'm going to show you the ultimate workflow to market your live show, making it really easy. Yes! Love it! Just hit 9K. I'm right behind you, just at some 4,000 subscribers. But this is what happens when you work like ECAMM. ECAMM has been really, really amazing, first of all, to feature their partners, their influencers, their users. Everybody is getting a spot in the limelight. You are so supportive. We love ECAMM. Being ready for your live show, being able to make your guests shine like ECAMM makes with their users and their partners is going to get you just where ECAMM is right now. It organically will grow. So with that, next week we are talking about marketing. How that marketing process can be made easy, how we are marketing this, what to do. I am probably going to show you again Kelly Novomurebella's Facebook bot, because that thing is amazing. If you are streaming to Facebook, there is so many things we can do and make life easier for you and make sure everybody sees your show and your guest. We all know. Yes, ECAMM. 9K. Working on that. Congratulations. Davey is a little bit late today. Yes, thankfully we have the replay. Short rundown for you. You have the template today in your email. If you signed up, Caleb is sending out the template for the task management, for the show management in ECAMM today. That is coming with a couple of additional links to make everything sure. And yes, been working on the training too. Again, it's all in the email. You make sure to, where is it? There it is. Double whammy. Make sure to RSVP. If you are going to the fast forward page, there is a button that says RSVP. Click that button. It is going to give you the calendar entries as well as automatically subscribe you to the update mailing list for the fast forward show, because Caleb is just as nerdy as me and set up a Zapier integration for that. That's it for today. If you have any specific questions, now is your time to ask. Next week, diving into marketing. Make sure you are pulling in your template that is going out today. 2. The one for last show and the one for the welcome show and the update. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Make sure you subscribe so you get it. Okay, Catherine, about CLICKUP. Is there a way to stop it from taking over keyboard shortcuts? Catherine, do me a favor. I need to look into that. That one. Join me on Discord, please. This is my CLICKUP specific Discord channel. Join me in there and I'll follow up with you and I look at disabling the shortcuts. I'm not 100% sure right now, but we'll get you taken care of. Not to worry. Cool. Any other questions? I'm having too much fun today. So yeah, join me on the Discord channel. I'll help you over there. We'll figure it out. And with that, I'll see you next Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 1 p.m. Eastern. Oh, I think I actually got that right. to talk about marketing, to make sure people are finding you because you build it and they will come. Unluckily, doesn't work. And with that, everybody, I wish you a happy Wednesday. I'll see you in the ECAMM Network community. Bye, everybody.